chitta, consciousness. What is it? Where is it? How does it work? What is the difference between chitta and buddhi and man and ahankara? How do they interact? How do they affect us? And what is our relationship to chitta, ahankara, buddhi, man, consciousness, ego, ahankara, identity, intelligence, mind and senses, indriya. This chitta actually has two definitions, which often confuse the devotees. The term chitta is generally translated as consciousness. But when the word chitta is translated as consciousness, that of course is correct. But there are two aspects of this consciousness, or this concept, or this reality of chitta. One definition of chitta is consciousness, and the word consciousness meaning awareness, cognizance, awareness. Taking the word chitta to mean simply consciousness, or consciousness means a state of consciousness, a state of awareness, a state of perception. Then the meaning of chitta, it expresses itself in three divisions. The concept of awareness: Jagrata, Swapna, and Susupti. These are three levels of awareness. And these terms, which you know in Hindi, they are translated as Jagrata, waking consciousness. Uto, awake. Now we are on Jagrata Chitta. We are awake, or at least some of us. Some of you are in Swapna, sleeping. So this is Jagrata, waking consciousness, waking awareness. Then the second level of consciousness, or chitta, taking it to mean awareness or consciousness, is what is that? Swapna, dreaming. I'm a movie star, I'm a king, I'm the temple president. I'm this, that, aham, this, that. And then, so that is sleeping consciousness, dreaming consciousness, aware of one's dreams, perceiving one's dreams. Namaste. Everyone's okay. Now the third level is susupti. Susupti means deep awareness, deep dreamless sleep, a state of awareness or consciousness called deep dreamless sleep. So these are three levels of awareness or consciousness. Because when one reads Shastra, if he doesn't deeply perceive or inquire to understand these terms, he sometimes gets confused. Then beyond Susupti is the fourth state of awareness called Turiya. Turiya, T-U-R-I-Y-A, Turiya. The fourth state of awareness, even deeper and beyond, because all these other states of awareness, Jagrata, Swapna, and Susupti, they are operating in the modes of nature. Jagrata is some goodness, and Swapna is some passion, and then this ignorance of Susupti. But in Turiya, one goes beyond Turiya, the fourth level of consciousness or awareness, one goes beyond the modes. Momentarily or briefly through samadhi, yogic samadhi or meditation. And Turiya state of consciousness is entered through meditation or through mantra. And one is not sleeping, one is aware, but there's a deeper level of consciousness beyond Jagrata, beyond Swapna, beyond Susupti, dreamless sleep, is conscious awareness of the self within. Antar Atma. The Atma, the Jiva, the living entity, the Jiva within the heart. Us, me, the real me. This is the me, this is the purpose of human life, to search for the essence of life. Oh, I'm alive. Yes, I'm very much alive. At least I hope so. I think so. I'm praying for that. But is that all? To breathe, to eat, to sleep, to interact, social intercourse, to construct, to build big bridges and this and that, and to destroy and to expand your empire, your finances? Is there any more essence or deeper significance of human existence? So this is the search for the essence of life. So now this is one meaning of chitta or consciousness. Now the other, second meaning of chitta or consciousness, this is where the confusion begins. So if you're sleeping, try to wake up. If you're awake, become more awake. If you're in susupti, then go to turiya. If you're in deep sleep, then meet the super soul, see yourself, enter the turiya state of chitta. This definition, because we get confused, because we read the Bhagavad Gita, and we try to get an understanding of Sambandha Gyan, Bhagavat Tattva, Karma Tattva, Kala Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Prakriti Tattva. These are the Panch Tattvas. You heard of the Pancha Tattva? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kora More. Right? Toma Bina. Oh, it's so nice. Our authentic Gaudiya Vaishnava. Asli Bengali. The real thing, a Gaur Bhakta is chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya. There's something about the heart of a Vaishnava, as our Swamiji was saying, when you read the prayers of the Vaishnavas and the bhajans, their heart is coming through their prayers, their realization, their vigyan, bhakti vigyan, the realizations of bhakti. So Gita deals with these 5 subject matters. Yes? The soul, Jiva Tattva, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Bhagavat Tattva, time, Kala Tattva, the world, this hardcore reality, this Delhi, this is a Prakriti Tattva, material energy. And then, what's the last one? Karma Tattva, the laws of action. What goes up must come down. America was a nothing nation 200 years ago. When they came up, now they're down 200 years. They're down. They're very down. Very bad situation there. Because nothing material lasts forever. We read in this Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 7, some description about Prakriti Tattva and about Jiva Tattva. So who can tell me the verse, Panditji, suniye. Who can tell me the verse from the 7th chapter which describes Prakriti Tattva and Jiva Tattva? Bhumira Ponalo Vayo. Anyone else know? You can chat. Bhumira Ponalo Vayo Kamano Buddhaevacha Ahankara Bina Prakriti Ashtada. Is this verse talking about Prakriti? Bina, and then the next word, Bina, Prakriti. Is this verse talking about the Jiva? This verse 7.4 explains Krishna is teaching Arjuna that I have so many vibhutis. I have Haribol. I have apara prakriti, which Guruji said. I have transcendental energy, and I have para prakriti is transcendental energy, and I have apara, which means opposite. I have apara prakriti, which is material energy, some different nature, some different lakshana and gun, characteristics and qualities. So that's, now he's going to say, I have earth as my energy. Earth, bhumir, apo means pani. Bhumir, apo, valo. He says, earth, water, fire, air, ether, these are my energies, my gross prakriti. Then he says, what does he say? Because he says the verse doesn't talk about jiva, but then the next thing Krishna says, man, right? Does he say? What does the verse say? He says, man, buddhi, ahankara. So, is mind, I want you to think, what is this verse? What is being said here? What is it describing? It's not, we shouldn't be dull. It's a computer age. We'll turn on this computer. You should get a boot up your computer. Tune in, turn on, realize. Krishna's talking about mind, intelligence, and ego. So where do we find mind, intelligence, and ego? Where do we find that? In a stone? We find it in a living entity, yes? Is another name for a living entity jiva? Yes? So does the verse describe jiva tattva? Yes. So consciousness, this chitta, so the Gita is telling us, Krishna is telling Arjuna, I have 8 energies. 5 gross energies, 3 subtle. So whenever anybody preaches, they describe that there's the gross body and a subtle body. Linga Shrira and Shukshma Shrira. S-T-H-U-L-A. S-T-H-U-L-A. Stula Shrira means the external body. And the external body produces nothing but stool. So it's easy to remember Krishna's external energies, Krishna's material, physical energies, earth, water, etc., they're called stool. Because we take water, and we take earth, and food, which is earth and water and air, and we eat it, and we turn it into... Now that's the gross body, so now you can all easily remember it if you don't know it, if you're an English person. So now the subtle body, which is man, buddhi, hankar, is called linga. So think of Shiva linga, because Shiva controls the false ego. Lord Shiva, Mahadev, Shankar Bhagavan ki jai, Bam Bam Bole, Bholanath Mahadev ki jai. He's right there. He hears every single class. Shankar Bhagavan, his hands are over this temple. He is the Raki of this temple. This is the beauty. This temple is built on Govardhan Hill. Only Brijbasis can walk on Govardhan Hill. In Vrindavan, the Brijbasis can walk on Govardhan Hill. But the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they don't walk. Rupa Goswami didn't walk. Chaitanya didn't walk. But in their Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the 6 Goswamis, in their Manjari Swarups and Sakhi Swarups and Radha Swarup and Krishna Swarups, they walk on Govardhan Hill. Because that's their Brijbasi Swarup. You follow? So Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. As Rupa Goswami, he doesn't stand on Govardhan Hill. Srinathji came down from Govardhan Hill, went to Gantoli Gram to give him darshan. Nathji came down from Govardhan Hill and went to Gantoli Gram to give Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha and Krishna Yugal darshan. So Chaitanya didn't walk on Govardhan Hill. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahayanya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Radha Krishna. When Gauranga is Radharani and Krishna, they walk on Govardhan Hill, they play, they have lila. Kandara Keli. And these intimate caves on Govardhan, they enjoy Kandarpa Keli lila. Intimate union. So Radharani's walking there. Rupa Goswami, he doesn't touch, he doesn't walk. But as Rupa Manjari, he walks. Therefore, this is called logic. Therefore, when one has his Brijbasi Sarup, his Vrindavan Sarup, Gopika Sarup, Gopika Sithadeya, Gopa, Saka Sithadeya, or Mata, Pita, and Dasya, Das, he can walk on Govardhan Hill. So now follow the logic. Therefore, the conclusion is that everybody in this temple is in their Sarup. Because we're sitting on Govardhan Hill right now. We're walking on Govardhan Hill. Then the next question is, how is that? I thought we were in east of Kailash on Sant Nagar main road. Hare Krishna Hill. That's what I heard. Well, that's the name that the Hare Krishnas gave this hill. But if you get the maps from Delhi from 1740, from 1800, 1900, you get the maps of Delhi. If you look at it, this mountain is called Govardhan Hill. Giriraj Maharaj Ki! So the reason I like to come to Delhi is because I always had a desire to walk on Govardhan Hill. But it's not parad. It's mahaparad. It's like putting your foot on Krishna's head. But if you're Krishna's lover, my lover can stand on my head. I don't care. Your wife can stand on... She says, I want to stand on your head. And you say, okay. There's no bars. There's no restrictions. And this highest epitome of exchange and intimacy, conjugal love. So Krishna lets his beloved lovers, the gopas, they can walk on his head. Giriraj, Govardhan Dari is Krishna.